Hey guys, and welcome back to another F1 2018 video. In the previous one we completed the what do you call it, Monaco Grand Prix. As our current gearbox has fulfilled its requirement to complete 6 races, a new gearbox can be now fitted without triggering a penalty. Do you want to use it? I guess why not. And we are going to be moving on to the next race, which is the Canadian Grand Prix, which is a track I do like to drive, so we need a very good result around this track. Hopefully a victory would be really nice.
The new parts have arrived from the factory without issue. They'll be fitted to the car in time for the next session.
That's good. You know what, we'll skip to qualifying. And this time we will do obviously the race as well. There's only 2 races I plan on doing a simulator session, which is Monaco and Singapore, as these are 2 tracks which I do not like driving around. So yeah, let's do the qualifying. Okay, let's do this.
Hello and welcome from the Circuit Gilles
God, no.
home to the Canadian Grand Prix.
Why does it always rain when it's qualifying?
And as we count down to that green light, I have to say, Anthony Davidson, that this rain is not showing any signs whatsoever of abating. I imagine we'll be looking at some last-minute setup changes to better adapt these cars to the conditions. What do you think?
The trouble is, Crofty, they need to be thinking about the race tomorrow. You don't want to go jacking up the ride heights and piling on a few points of extra downforce that you're not going to want in the Grand Prix itself. The Parc Fermé regulations mean that you have to make that choice. The best thing the drivers can do is adapt with the tools they have available in the cockpit. Moving the brake bias forward will help stop the rear end slipping out under braking, and opening up the differential can really help tame the oversteer on corner exit. The drivers that can make best use of these techniques will have the best chance for success here today.
Looks like it's going to be full wet conditions, which is not great, but what can you do? Not gonna lie, it's very dark. At least we have the goal sky ahead of us. Holy crap, these are awful conditions. Why is it even raining in Canada? That's what I would want to know. Now, our car should be pretty good around this racetrack, so do want a decent qualifying. I can't even see the apex, that's how bad it is. Oh, really wide there. As it's raining in there, there's no DRS, so I don't think we're doing too bad. We're not going to be qualifying on the top 10, that's for sure. Can't even see where the braking point is, holy crap. Let's see where we qualified.
Sorry about that. Just wasn't our day.
20th, right. Oh god. I just wish it was a dry qualifying for once.
Set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are Vettel, Ricciardo and Lewis Hamilton. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Just don't understand why it's just giving us rain all the time in qualifying. Really disappointing.
Tell us about it from your perspective. How does a car perform in these conditions? Is it an advantage or a disadvantage? You've got a bit of rivalry going on. How did that come about? You had a bit of a rivalry going on, but it looks like he bested you.
Yeah, his car was doing better than me, I guess.
Appreciate your time.
Not really, but he just drew a better lap. Looks like it's going to be a dry race, which is good news for us. As in the dry, I know we have the pace to get into the points quite easily, I would say. Yeah, I know we're losing, but
tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
that's true. Because it's race day and this is where the points are at, so
We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history. It could be the cause of a safety car today. So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo. A strong showing from the Australian. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Sainz, Alonso and Sergio Perez, Grosjean, Gasly, Charles Leclerc and Van Dorn, Ocon, Stroll, Brendan Hartley and Marcus Ericsson, Sirotkin and Baxter. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
okay, let's do this. Start the race. Okay, we got the formation lap. Completely forgot about that.
The start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well. Stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Thank God for that. like they had an incident ahead of us on the formation lap. Never seen that before. And now the game will take over, formatting the grid positions, and yeah, we should be ready to go. I believe it's like an 18 to 20 lap race, as it's quite a short lap. Okay, we're ready to start the race now. And we should have the pace to actually get into the top 5, I would say, so we need to get ahead of as many cars as we can at the start. Oh, come on, what was even that, seriously? Man, the AI in this game is literally broken as hell, man. I like how you hit the AI and you literally just spin off. When they hit you, nothing happens to them. Don't spin the car. The front cars will pull away from the rest of the field very fast, so we need to actually... Oh, that's my bad. We will get a penalty for that.
The track is clear. Green flag.
Oh come on, man. Seriously. You see what I mean? I literally tagged that car and literally I spun around like crazy. And I did take a Perez out, but I don't give a crap anymore. The AI play dirty anyway, so we might as well play dirty to the AI.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Looks like Vettel has a huge lead at the front of the grid, so we need to catch him as soon as possible. Ideally we want to be our teammate, but he's actually in first with a huge lead, so it's not going great for us. So we're in the top 10 now, which is good. Somehow we're not 1 second within Perez, which is, I don't believe that for a second. Oh.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Why would I want a new strategy though? No idea. It's a one-stop race anyway, so it's all good. I think we're going to the pits lap 67.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the ultra softs.
Signs ahead of us, and nothing is Hockenheim. We went really wide there.
Okay, we've lost the position. That's us down a place.
I feel like our tires have gone off grip at all, so have a little bit of grip, but not too much. So we need to just keep it clean, I guess.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.6 seconds. In this lap, push now. The gap to the car behind is 1.9 seconds.
Looks like Max not having a great race, down in 5th spot. Oh no, sorry Max. Come on. Oh, get out of my way, man. I know what I've done. I don't care though. We are miles away from the 4th spot though now. I know I should get a penalty for that, but I don't really care about the AI anymore.
Pit now, pit now.
We got 2 Mercedes ahead of us, and then obviously Riccardo, and then I think it's Vettel in front. Fast pit stop, hopefully.
Go, go, go.
Now I need to push like crazy.
Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. Sebastian is in the pits.
The fact that he's in the pits already and we're like literally at this part of the track means that he has a huge lead over us. It seems like it might rain, which hopefully it doesn't. How is that corner cutting?
The gap behind us is 8.6 seconds.
Now we can push as fast as we can now. Yeah, Vel is like so far ahead of us. And so is Ricardo. It's unbelievable. Well, we did start in last place, so that's probably why. Question is, can we get onto the podium?
Hamilton has just taken the lead. Our gap to first place is 23.7 seconds.
23 seconds behind first place, holy damn. Must be joking me. There's no way we're gonna catch up 23 seconds. Even though if I'm saying purple sectors. I don't think I'm that much faster than the AI. I'm pretty sure there's the two Mercedes that have to go in the pit still, so. Vel was leading quite easily. And I don't think that two Mercedes have jumped him. I would be surprised if he did. If they did.
Okay, gap ahead is 12.0 seconds.
12 seconds? Oh my day, seriously? This is gonna be difficult, isn't it? Well, we did spin in the beginning and lost a heap of time, so. Just goes to show that we could be winning this race, but.
Bottas has just moved into first place.
Okay, so the two Mercedes are fighting positions, it seems. Okay, I think Hamilton is going into the pits, it must be. which makes sense. So we can actually beat Hamilton and maybe even Bottas once he goes into the pits, I think. They probably started with the slower tyre and then moving on to the faster tyre. We are catching Hamilton and we should be able to beat him into at least 4th spot and hopefully into 3rd. Who would be Bottas, I think. Then again, Hamilton is on the fresher tyres and the faster one, so yeah, Bottas is in the pits, knew it.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Oh. Well, he was in the pit and now he's come ahead of me, so that was a bit of a surprise. Actually, not too much because he was obviously right next to Hamilton anyway. At least we have some cars to fight now, so that's something. Not gonna lie, my tires seem like they're gone already. Even though I'm saying purple sectors. Question is, can we beat Hamilton? We should be able to. Ricciardo is, I think, too far ahead of us.
Looking really good. You're managing it well.
Hamilton, not Hamilton, sorry. Ricciardo is too far ahead of us, and so is Vettel. Wait, who retired? I feel like somebody retired. I don't think they did. Maybe someone not in the front of the pack. Holy damn, even Boss is fighting me now.
Okay, keep on him. He might make a mistake.
The Boss seems very fast now, and I'm actually not catching Hamilton anymore, which is disappointing.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I guess this podium might be more difficult than I thought.
0.9 seconds. Okay, the gap behind is 1.7 seconds.
And my tires are gone, literally. I eventually came late into the pits on my first stop, so I had more tire life. I think we might be lapping cars now as well.
In front is 2.8 seconds.
And obviously Bottas and Hamilton is on the newer tires and faster tires, so for us to be faster than them, it would be doing it difficult. like I'm not saying purple seconds anymore. And I was setting them for like 5-6 laps in a row. Oh no. I really want this podium, but it's gonna be till the last lap, it seems.
If you continue to cut corners, the stewards
Damn
will
it.
give you a penalty.
We got a penalty, guys, which is not really what I
If you
wanted.
awarded a time penalty, will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
I knew I would do that and get a penalty, so yeah. I think we kind of screwed ourselves in getting not just third spot but fourth spot as well. Unless we get a 3-second lead over Bottas, which couldn't happen, so. Kind of disappointed actually. There goes our podium chance. I think we are more than 3 seconds ahead of Bottas, so. And look how close we are up until Hamilton though, damn it. Don't think we're going to be getting DRS, unfortunately, which would help a lot. But we're getting a nice tow though. With 1 lap to go, can we get third spot even though we're going to get fourth?
Great work. That's a new fastest lap for the race.
Can't be that corner cut today. I knew I would get a corner cut penalty and still went for it. It's very annoying. And I don't think we're going to get 3-second lead over Hamilton in less than a lap.
Okay, some information on Perez. They seem to have an issue.
Did we get fourth spot or not? That's the real
I
question.
can't say that I'm happy with how today went.
Yeah, we
but
did.
I'm sure you gave it your best. Better luck next time.
Ah, we cost us a podium, damn it. We should have got that third spot, but anyways.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Ferrari today. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
If it was difficult for them, then they have no idea how difficult it was for me to get through the AI. But anyways, fourth spot is not too bad. Even though it should have been a race where we should have got at least one or got at least second spot. Because our teammate looked very fast this race, so I'm pretty sure we could have beaten Ricciardo at least. And obviously Hamilton.
And after this round of the World Championship, Here's how things look in the driver's table. It's a good result for Daniel Ricciardo, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Baxter. They demonstrated a very delicate touch in close proximity to other cars, as well as showing a lot of maturity and patience in difficult situations.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders, who lose ground at the top of the table. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Sauber, whose good results moves them further up the championship. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
You can see how fast the lap was, much faster than anyone else, so Leclerc was 7th, which is not too bad for him. Verstappen went down to 11th spot, I'm not too sure what happened to him. But anyways, we're 55 points behind the championship leader, which is not too bad, I guess, considering what's happened in the last couple of races, but
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
okay, we got a checkpoint challenge with the F2007. I might actually do that in the next video. And we got time attack, which I don't really want to do, so we'll do that in the next video. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, give it a like, share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.